What's up, y'all? It's RODSKII, and we back with another video today. And today's video is going to be about just stop making excuses. You know, and today is not going to be a typical video. It's going to be just me kind of sitting here just talking to y'all, you know, about stop making excuses and the effect that it had on my life. And let's just get straight into it. You know, a lot of excuses people may make is, especially when it comes to their dreams or what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Say if they want to do content, they're going to say, oh, I need to get a camera first. I need to get the top equipment right now. If you used to see my setup right now that I'm using on YouTube, you will look crazy. I literally have this one light right here on a broken what you call a ring light stand, and I have a broken ring light placed on my bed, giving you the blue background. If y'all can't see like the blue background in the back, you know what I'm saying? And I have my iPhone. I think this is a 13 or 14. It's one of those, but I'm recording on that. I'm not making excuses on why I can't blow up on YouTube and why I can't chase my dream. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like just in life, we need to stop making excuses for delaying our progress in our dreams, because that's what a lot of people sit up here and do. You know, even when it comes to clothes, school, whatever, you know, they're going to make excuses. But the moral of today's video is just going to be stop making excuses. And I'm giving you ways and just stories on how that really just helped my life and what I was doing. So now let's go into examples on how stop making excuses changed my life and ways it could change yours. So let's take this back to January of 2024, right? Around this time, I used to play football back in my freshman and sophomore year. Now, this is my sophomore year. I'm currently going in my senior year now. But during my sophomore year, you know, I was playing football, right? And then I had this thing happen with my health. You know, at first it was just like a regular sickness, but it turns out it wasn't really a regular sickness. So I had a bunch of free time on my hands, and I wasn't in school for about a month or two. You know, I got the notes, excuse, and everything like that, but I really had a serious condition going on at that time. And then I really was thinking, what should I do in my meantime? Because, like, I mean, the condition was serious. It was. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it wasn't like I was expecting to die or something like that. Now, I don't take life for granted. I don't take life for granted, but I'm just saying it wasn't expected from that condition to really, like, kill me or something like that. But let's go back into the story and what I was saying, right? So when I started doing that, when that happened, you know, I was kind of in the mode where, like, I want to try something new. I want to do something I never did before. And that's when I started making YouTube videos. And my first YouTube video, I was like, man, honestly though, I really got this broken iPhone that I'm finna record on. I have no lighting, I have no mics. Should I really just wait or should I start today? And what I chose was, because I was delaying the process for a long time, and I chose to start that day. And starting that day was one of the best things I could have ever done. And I know you may look at this channel and you like, oh, well, you only have 1,000 subscribers. You don't have 1 million, you don't have 100,000, 10,000. And it's like, that's cool. But I'm still going up, of course, but it's just progress. And I really seen that. And, you know, I wouldn't know where I would be today if it wasn't for that moment, if it wasn't for me to stop making excuses in that time and me really saying, okay, boom, I'm gonna stop making excuses. I'm gonna go film this video. I'm gonna go edit this video, and we're gonna learn all the things I need to learn to. And, you know, I did that, and that's where we are today, where it's like now, you know, you see I have a video on my channel with over 15,000 views, and I know that's not a lot, but no, coming from the mindset I was at the time, it was a lot. And me looking back on that, I would have been astonished to know I got 15,000 views on a video, you know. So I just want to say, stop making excuses, bro. And that's just one way it really made my life drastically change. And I can even go to a different scenario when it came to making my clothes and stuff, because I made clothes a little bit before I started YouTube. So I like to say clothes I was making about well, I thought of the idea like 2019, but I really started emphasizing and making clothes, I would like to say 2022 to 2023-ish, around there. And it really just took for me saying, I'm gonna stop like making excuses, saying I don't have the brand, like my personal brand that I wanted when I started it. I don't have the resources or anything like that. So I just really had to emphasize that. And back in the day, you know, brand now, running brand back in the day was it's different now, because like 2019, 2020, well, 2020, I'll say that's when a lot of people start making their brand. But 2019, it wasn't a lot of people making their brand. Like, it wasn't like you can go on Instagram and type in a brand. It was like, it's rare. I don't want to say rare, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Like, now you have millions and millions of different brands being created almost every week. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody and their mama is having a clothing brand. Everybody and their mama wants to have a clothing brand now. But anyway, that's besides the story. So it really took the initiative in me of like, I had to stop making excuses. And you know, I really wish I emphasized that more in my, if I have one regret in my life, I really wish I emphasized that more and I took more risks and like I stopped like putting that doubt on myself. Cause I'm gonna give y'all a little story time too going into this, right? So I used to post my mock-ups, but I wasn't gonna drop them or nothing, right? And y'all can choose to believe me or not. I don't know if I have a screenshot on this phone. It might be in my last phone. But around this time, you know, I'm from Atlanta, so I'm in tune with the rapping scene that they got down there. So, you know, Lil Tony, as y'all know now, back in the day, he used to follow me on his old account. And then we was just talking because I was going to send him something, but I was just scared to really start my brand. But looking back on it, if I would have took that risk and got him in my brand, who knows what could have been, who knows? And I'm gonna be honest with you, from an outside looking in, he looks like a genuine person, so he's gonna keep that relationship with you if you genuine too. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something I could have had, but you know, I was making excuses and I was scared to do my clothes at the time. So that should be a lesson for y'all to not be scared to do your clothes at the time. But, or anything y'all doing, if it's clothes or anything, just take action today. The moment you think of it is the moment you need to take action, you know? And trying to think what else happened while I was on that way up. And then that was kind of, I don't want to say that was the moment where I knew I had to stop like making excuses because I did drop clothes. But by this time he got a little bigger. And not saying he got big headed or nothing. I'm not saying that at all. But I didn't do enough to keep that like genuine contact. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Lil Tony, man. He's doing big stuff. So if you're a Lil Tony supporter, drop Lil Tony in the comments. You know, Lil Tony a real dude. You know, I hope one day we can like reconnect IRL and like I just tell him, see, even if he don't remember me, like I can just tell him that shit for real, like, cause that was like I would want to say like the first person to really did that show love to me that like I didn't know in my circle or I didn't know in my like city that I was in at the time or anything like that. So shout out to Lil Tony, but yeah, man, that's really it on this video. The main objective of this video is just to stop making excuses. I'm probably not even going to edit this video for real, keep it raw and authentic, but stop making excuses, man. If you have that dream, go ahead and chase that dream. You know, don't let anything get in the way of it, bro. And I'm telling you, my fault, but I'm telling you, you're going to be happy that you did that. But with that being said, y'all make sure to go subscribe, click post notifications. Yeah, we on the Hard 75 Challenge 2. We dropped the 75 videos straight. So if y'all dead ass fuck with it, man, y'all go click that subscribe button, click that post notifications button, and we're going to keep them going and keep doing it. But with that being said, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.